hey Grok, what bottle should I buy? You can only pick one. He's got Jefferson's cash drink, the first time we've seen it in Louisiana as a whole, so I'll take one of those for sure. AI is not gonna let me leave without getting one of these. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Whiskey. Today we are bourbon hunting, and we're gonna let AI choose which bottles I'm buying.
Buy them all, Kanan. Buy them all.
Let's get to it. First stop, we're gonna be in my hometown pretty much all day. We're gonna go to maybe a surrounding town after this, but we're at Ambassador Wine and Spirits. I've been here a couple of times in the past. They've always had a very solid selection and sometimes some really good stuff behind the counter. So I'm curious to see what AI is gonna choose based on what we can find today. It's time to talk about original grain. All of the wood that you're seeing in these watches come from used whiskey barrels. Original Grain has been making watches for over 11 years now, and they use all kinds of cool materials. For example, their Taylor guitar collaboration, Coors Banquet collaboration, and for the whiskey lover, Jack Daniel's collaboration. On my wrist, I'm wearing the charred whiskey green, and in hand, I have the whiskey espresso. I even have another watch coming in the mail that I can't wait to get my hands on. I highly encourage you to take some time and go scroll through the website and see some of these beautiful watches that they're making. And hey, most importantly, Father's Day is right around the corner. And it's probably time to get Dad something so he can step up his watch game. And hey dads, you might want to send this video to your kids for maybe a little hint. To unlock an extra discount code and to save over $150 for their Father's Day sale, click the link in the description box and it will auto apply a custom code just for you. So you're gonna save an additional $50 on top of their $100 off Father's Day sale. Make sure you check it out. Check out some of their partnerships. You can even, maybe match me. Let me know down below which one you're gonna be grabbing for Dad. Thank you so much to Original Grain for sponsoring today's video. What an amazing partnership we've had. And I wanna wish every one of you that is watching right now a happy Father's Day. Let's get back to the video. All right, so we made it inside of Ambassador Wine and Spirits. Got a good bit of stuff to talk about. There's also some new products that I see on the shelf. And I think the way I'll do it, that way I don't have to input, because look, all this is whiskey. I'm not gonna input every single bottle and then let AI choose. What I'm gonna do is pick a few that I like, maybe don't have, need backups of, whatever, bring them up front, and I'll put those in and then let AI choose from there. They got a Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye for $65. It's 130 proof on the dot. This would be a good one. This is still not available in a lot of markets, but I have probably 6 of these at home now. Store picks, or I've got sent some. Thank you, John, you know who you are. He sent me a couple of these, and I picked up, actually I got sent 3 recently. 2 Hero Selects and another Hero Select from Colorado. So I'm not gonna add that one on the list, but for $65, that's a fantastic price. Their pick of Woodford, this is the small batch Woodford 4, $50. And these are really cool because they come in liters. I don't have that one. That might be in contention. Look, I almost passed this up here too. Cooper's Craft. I'm out of Cooper's, $39.99. It's one of my favorite bottles for 100 proof. For the price, it is fantastic. If you're a big fan of the early times bottled in bond, rumored the black caps, everyone says they were better. I'm in agreement with that. I've had the black caps compared to the new blue caps, and the black cap was just a good bit better. You can point it out in a blind, at least for me. Apparently this is supposed to be the same exact distillate juice warehouse. I'm not sure, but I'm a big fan of Cooper's, and for 39 bucks, it's solid. I just finished my last bit of it. Some of the Jefferson stuff. No cask strength here though, at least on the shelf. They do have the new rye for $31.99. I don't have that one at home. We'll bring that one and let AI choose between at least that one. I asked you in one of my last videos which of the rabbit holes you guys recommended, and I believe it was the Derringer, which is right here. There it is. Derringer, $83.49. A lot of people said that this is a very solid one, and now I'm reading it, finished in PX sherry casks. So before I had asked which one you guys recommended, I didn't know that that was a finished whiskey. I think that might be the only one. That is the only one. So I didn't even realize it was finished whiskey. I appreciate all of you for recommending that one. I think for $83 though, that's one that I would like to try at a bar before we buy it. Penelope's, these are all solid. I've pretty much got all these at home. Rosé $51.99, $53.99 for the Architect. A lot of people have been commenting about that Architect. I think it's getting, not that it wasn't popular before, but I think it's getting some popularity. Isaac Bowman, got the Port Barrel, and then they got the Bowman Brothers, $38.49 for the small batch right there. Got a good bit of the Balcones. Starting right here, the Mirador Eclipse, Texas Single Malt Whiskey. Texas Single Malt Whiskey right here, pot distilled, black label, lineage, 36 bucks, not too bad. Texas Rye, Baby Blue. A fan vote or a verdict. What do we think about Balcones? In the comments, let me know down below. Yay or nay? Got a couple of Melick bottles, some Bywater. I'm pretty stacked up on those at home, but the price for these, $56.49 for the high proof, $40.49 for the regular small batch, and then for Bywater, $49.99. Next to a couple of the standard Still Awesome products. Smoke Wagon, $70.99 for the uncut, unfiltered. I remember that one was getting really popular when I was still in Colorado. People were going crazy over that. This was never really an allocated bottle either. This one right here, it's the black wax, black lettering. Not really an allocated product, but there was a store that I went in Colorado and they were selling this for $170 behind the glass case. I thought that was hysterical. That was the first time I've ever seen a non-allocated bottle being sold for allocated pricing. Sagamore Double Oaked for $60.99. Sagamore Cask Strength for $54.49. You know a bottle that I really don't know much about? I've dumped a lot of it into my infinity barrel is the regular Old Fitz, $27.49. This looks to me like one of the most OG, old school, dusty labels and bottles, right? Like when you look at it, it just looks old school. I want to get a scan of this. So I'm gonna pull out the Bottle Raiders app. I'm gonna scan it in here, see what it says. Old Fitzgerald Prime, it's a 70 rating. So that's not the greatest rating right there. What do they have to say about this? This definitely isn't great and is a pour for the rocks or mixed drink for sure. Other than that, I'll avoid it. Okay, appreciate the review. I'll be avoiding it as well. Or dumping it in the infinity barrel, that's what it's good for. I think this is fun too. It's a really cool way for me to learn about things that I've never really seen or heard of before. So I want to do just a couple more. I like to do it in every video and just see. I like to guess the score and see, but this is one. I hear rumor some of their bottles or some of their distillate is made from Willet, or at least their mash bill that they're using, but I know nothing about them. And I don't know if any experts have anything to say, so we'll check this one out as well. This is 92 proof. Let's see what we got. An 85, see that's actually a really solid score. 85. Totally pleasant, but far from powerful or impressive. So pleasant, it's a pleasant whiskey. The drink hacker says, it's not bad by any stretch, but it's decidedly odd. What does that mean? The whiskey wash. I wasn't sure what to expect, but it's more down the middle than outright. This Hirsch bottle right here sounds like just an everyday shelfer. And it's 42 bucks, so that's actually not horrible for just being solid, but nothing impressive. And that's another one that I will probably have to pass until I try it now. I get to save myself 42 bucks thanks to the app. The first one that I'm gonna add to the AI list is the Jefferson's Rye. Store manager here pointed me out to this. This is actually really cool. $47.99. You get a bottle of their small batch and a pint of the Jefferson's Ocean for like $2 more than the cost of a regular bottle of Jefferson's. It's a good gift set. With Father's Day coming up, I think that's pretty cool that he has that price, 48 bucks. He's got plenty of it too, check that out. So they just got in some of the James E. Pepper, $59.99 for those. The Bardstown Wheated still up there, it's a solid whiskey as a whole. $46.99, that one's also I think around 106 proof, so it's competitive if you're looking for the Weller 107, it's another wheated product, Kentucky bourbon. Got some of the Ben Holiday stuff, both the cask strength and bottled in bond. Dark Arts, I'm guessing that's the rye Ambarana. That Dark Arts right there. To the right of it, some Bond and Lillard. They got some Woodford Masters Keep, 119.5 proof for 160. 1792 single barrel, some of the Horse Soldier lineup right there. Can I grab that Larceny? A125, so one of the newer batches right here. And then next to it, there's some Elijah Craig barrel proof, Evan Williams single barrels. And then to the left, check this out. He's got quite a good bit of Fortaleza. Can I grab the Repo? I'll pull that on the counter and see. He's got Jefferson's Cask Strength, the first time we've seen it in Louisiana as a whole, so I'll take one of those for sure. AI is not gonna let me leave without getting one of these. But we got a Jefferson's cash strength because mine's almost done. All right, so we got our guaranteed bottle. Jefferson's cash strength is gonna go to the right over here. These are the 3 I'm gonna put into AI, and I'm gonna let it choose which one of these I'm buying. Okay, so the AI I actually use the most, believe it or not, is Grok on X, formerly known as Twitter. That's the one I always use. So I'm gonna say, hey Grok, what bottle should I buy? You can only pick one. Jefferson's New Rye Whiskey, Fortaleza Reposado, or Larceny Barrel Proof A125. See what AI says. If I had to pick one bottle, I'm on the Larceny is a standout for its rich, approachable Jefferson's New Rye, Fortaleza. So it's giving you what AI thinks, which is crazy because AI's never drank before, but it says, let's read it. Larceny's a standout, 6 to 8 years old, approachable flavor. Review highlights its bold yet balanced flavors of caramel, apple, cinnamon, sugars. It's ideal for a bourbon enthusiast. Jefferson's New Rye is intriguing for its unique aging process. So it thinks that it's Jefferson's Ocean Rye, which is not the case. Given your past interest in rare whiskey and bourbons, because I've chatted with AI about some ideas before, Larceny Barrel Proof A125 aligns best with your taste. Okay. AI chooses Larceny A125. All right, so we just left Ambassador Wine and Spirits. I know some of you would have gone crazy in there. The Jefferson's cash strength, the Fortaleza, the stuff behind the counter, he's like almost always got Buffalo Trace 175. Even the regular shelfers, and he's very fair on pricing. It's pretty cheap compared to most. It's a cool store. They do monthly events too, by the way. The next one, I believe, he said June 11th, they have Penelope. Once a month, they call it Ambassador After Dark, I believe. It's like 25 bucks a ticket, but you go in when the store closes. They bring in reps and people from the companies, and you try all kinds of cool stuff from the lineup, and then at the end, they do an allocation raffle every single event. It gives you the right to purchase for MSRP. Let's talk about what we're walking away with. Jefferson's cash strength, 8-year 130 proof. You guys know how much I love this. I'm telling you, it's the closest thing to a Stag Junior. Trust me when I say this bottle is fantastic, and yes, it does. It's very reminiscent of a Stag. It's actually beaten Stag in blind. Okay, next, we let AI choose this one. Larceny Barrel Proof. This is batch A125, and I didn't even check the proof on it. 125 proof, okay. And then last but not least, I kind of grabbed this off camera, but it's summertime, and I like a good beer. And I was in Colorado with, shout out to Joe. We were at a restaurant called Palenque in like up near Denver kinda, and my gosh, they had Lone Tree Mexican Lager. It was a Mexican beer, Mexican style beer, and it was so good. We were just talking in there about beer, and the topic of Busch Light Apple came up. No, they don't have Busch Light Apple, by the way. He wanted me to say that because everyone's been calling left and right. They don't have Busch Light Apple, but he said this right here is like a really good cerveza. It's made by Parrish. Parrish is a local brewery here. It's called the Pescador, so it's already got like a lime flavor to it. I'm excited to try that this afternoon. And the reason that the Jefferson's is open is he didn't try it yet. The manager hadn't tried it. So I was like, let's crack it open. I need one anyway open, so we're gonna open that. Next spot that we're going to, I'm gonna let AI choose a bottle for me again, except this time we're gonna go for the low shelfer products and maybe dump one into the infinity barrel. We'll see you there. All right, next stop on today's bourbon hunt is NuNu's and Scott. It's about 10 minutes away from the last store. See you inside. All right, so we made it inside. They got a new shelf for their store picks, and all this back here is bourbon. So what we're gonna do here is let AI choose what we're buying. And I think we're gonna go low shelfer and dump something into the infinity barrel. So I'm gonna grab a few that I wanna put in the infinity barrel, let AI choose, but let's show you what they got. Coming in hot, JT Mellick, $59.99. This is a NuNu's pick. What's cool about this one though, look at the proof, 118.9. That's the lowest proof Mellick store pick I have ever seen. Single barrel at that. Got a High West. You got some Whistle Pig 10. This High West is finishing Cab Sauvignon barrels. I think I said that right. Jefferson's Ocean. This is a cash strength, 117.8 proof. This was the first time, and this is how I found out, that Jefferson's does ocean store picks. It's $102. He said that he just got a few more cases in, but when they got it, it sold really well, like sold out of what they had. So he had to order a few more, one that I would like to try for $102 before buying, but like I said, this was the store that basically I found out they had single barrels of. I didn't know that. Got some Clyde Mays, a Knob Creek pick for 59 bucks. Bullet, $54.99. Up top here, I just asked the manager Logan. He said out of all the picks here, his personal favorite is the Tumbling Dice 95.5 rye. Comes in at 126.1 proof. It's $73. And then right next to it, you have the Presidential, the Senator, Makers. Down here you have Elijah Craig. This is a 10-year pick for $81.99. 10 years old. That's actually somewhat old for Elijah's. Then you have 8 years, some Woodinville, Remus down there, Sazerac Rye store pick, $26. I didn't even know that NuNu's did a Sazerac pick. And then Wilderness Trail. Move on to the regular shelf. We're also going to show you some of the items that they do have, talk about a few things, and then let AI choose at the end. But we're going to start with the end cap here. This end cap has some pretty cool stuff, I think. Pretty interesting. $99.99. This is $100 for Heaven Hill Grain of Glass. That's the rye. I did a video recently where I went bourbon hunting with only $100. That was the challenge, was I was only going to do $100. And I went to the Rouse's. I finally got permission to film in some Rouse's. Went to that location. They have a Heaven Hill Grain of Glass wheated. Been looking for that bottle forever, but it was $100. It was my first store of the day. I was like, there's no way I could just drop 100 and the video be over. So I didn't get it. I'm probably gonna regret that. Right next to it, we got some K-Luke, batch 10, batch 11, 106.99 right there. Batch 11 is brand new. Dark Arts, so I really am liking what some of the Dark Arts have. Look at what they call it. This is a cigar blend, but they call it a blunt blend. Pretty interesting. Street bourbon whiskey finished with toasted julep fleur French oak staves. 7.5 year. This one right here. Straight rye whiskey finished in Madeira and Armagnac cask. That's probably fantastic. 8 years old. That is probably really, really good. Larceny A125. We actually just bought that one in the last store. AI told me to buy that. Let's see what AI's got in store for me now. Sagamore Double Oak right here. Don't see a price tag on it. But they got some Sagamore Double Oak, some Green River Full Proof. That is a fantastic bottle of whiskey right there. Got some Buffalo Trace. I don't have a price tag on that one. I can ask though and find out. But normally, I mean, from what you guys will see at most NuNu's locations, the prices are very fair. Got some Rare Stash. That's Dustin Poirier's whiskey, coming down on price too. This used to be definitely $100 or a little more. So I guess they lowered their price tag on that, but they got the bourbon and rye. I know that Dustin is pretty much like a partner with this company, so yeah, I've had a few of the batches. It's pretty good. It's decent. More of the regular Green River skew here, $30. Pretty much for that's a really solid price, $30. I mean, most stores you'll see for like 32 or more, so 30, you're saving yourself a couple bucks and shopping local. Because look, most of our stores here are all giant grocery stores. Got some McKenna 10-year for $62.69. Right next to Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond for $44.19. We are still waiting to see, just like it took a little bit longer for Jefferson's cash drink to hit. I don't know if it really hit yet, okay? Because look, this store doesn't have it either. He said they didn't get it in at all yet. The place we just went to, Ambassador Wine and Spirits, was the only store in our city to have it so far, at least that I've seen. Just like that, we are waiting on the Old Fitz. The new Old Fitz, I believe it's the 7-year to come out. So that one has not hit our market yet. I have not tasted it. I can't give you an opinion on it yet. Got a Lux Row, $79.99 right there. Look, Penelope Wheated. Manager here kind of pointed out to me, and he's right. Not every store has the Penelope Wheated just on the shelf. And this is the second time in a row. I actually, the last time I was here a few months ago, bought a bottle of Wheated. So 36 bucks for that one. Up top, see that's the regular JT Mellick 118 proof. It's pretty much our standard small batch. What I find interesting is their JT Mellick pick is 118.9. I've just never seen one that low. Got the tall bottle of Senator for $66.79. Whiskey Tree. I just bought this bottle of Whiskey Tree right here. The Wheated is my favorite. It is amazing in old fashions and the sip. I mean, I love this bourbon to sip. I like it just as much as I like a Weller 107. That's the Whiskey Tree Rye right here, the green one, also very delicious. Some new riffs, some Pinhook products out of these. This one right here, that's a pretty good price for it too. 8-year gold top, RD1. They've got the French oak and the regular small batch. Couple of the Redwood Empire products. That is crazy cheap. I don't want to say crazy cheap, but that is by far the cheapest I've ever seen my favorite bottled and bond whiskey, Redwood Empire Grizzly Beast. All right, Evan Williams, we got the Hero Edition. We're now getting down to some of the bottom shelfers that we're gonna dump in the barrel. A couple of benchmarks right there. Anything else I'm missing? Anything else you guys point out? Any of these flavored whiskeys good? I doubt it, but you guys let me know. Rebel 100 would be solid. So you got Rebel 100, that's gonna be the first contender right there. It's 100 proof, and this bottle is $17. I'm gonna try this too before I dump it in. I know I've had one before. I don't remember the last time I've had one. We're gonna also add up there Benchmark Foolproof. You got to. $24.99 for Benchmark Foolproof. Hero selection as well. Let AI choose between that. So far we got 3. We're gonna go with 1 more. Let's see. I wanna kinda keep them around the same price range. Here we go. This Ezra Brooks 99 proof. 99 proof. Out of these, we got Benchmark Foolproof, that's 125, that's cash ring. Rebel 100 is 100 proof, this is 99 proof, and the Hero selection is 90 proof. I'm gonna put this in the phone, see what AI chooses. All right, so I said, hey Grok, it's the AI I'm using again. I need a bottle to dump in my infinity barrel. Evan Williams 1783 Hero Edition, Benchmark Foolproof, Rebel 100, or Ezra Brooks 99 proof. Let's see what he says. Here we go. Choosing a bottle, depends on the flavor profile you're aiming to. Contribution to the barrel, blah, 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 blah. Affordability, cons, best for. This is not an ad for AI, it's just nuts. So it gives me Evan Williams. All this is, he's telling you the pros, the cons, best for each whiskey. And then at the end, hopefully he gives me an answer. He's trying to beat around the bush. He's trying to give me a bunch of information. I'm gonna say, you pick just one. All right, Grok has spoken. Evan Williams 1783 American Hero Edition. It's balanced, sweet, spicy, oaky profile, extra age, affordability, make it versatile, reliable, and it's a great addition to your infinity barrel without overwhelming the existing flavors. So that's what we're rocking with. I'm surprised. I thought Benchmark Foolproof was going to win, but we're going home with this. All right, so we just wrapped up at NuNu's here in Scott, and we got the Evan Williams 1783 Heroes Edition for the infinity barrel. Thank you, AI, for recommending that we get a pour of this for the infinity barrel. Dump that in. We're about 100 bottles deep, a little more than 100 now, into the infinity barrel. Honestly, to me, it's tasting like Wild Turkey Rare Breed. It's really, really good. Thank you to everyone that has contributed so far. If you're interested in throwing a bottle in here, shoot me a message. Back to the video. Overall, very solid day. Let me know down below. I need your guys' feedback. Do you like these type of videos, kind of a challenge, or fun activity that we can do in these stores like AI or bourbon hunting on a budget? Something that we can do besides just browse the shelves I'm trying to think of and have for you guys. Your feedback is much appreciated. Let me know, please, in the comments. Don't forget to check out our Patreon. We just sold our most recent barrel pick. It was phenomenal. It's definitely my favorite pick we've ever done, and I think that one's all gone by now. I appreciate every single one of you for buying a bottle. We have a really great time, a great group of guys and gals in there. We have an awesome group chat where we basically post what we're drinking, help each other out if you're looking for specific bottles, but you can't get it in your area. Maybe someone in the Patreon can help you out. It's a good group. Also down below, I will attach the link for the Bottle Raiders app. Any other important links, there will always be in the YouTube description. Make sure you check that out as well. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.